Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Mason. Mason is from Birmingham in the UK. So let's see what Mason has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Mason. How are you?
I'm good, you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time this evening for the interview. Thank you.
That's good. Thank you. I've seen you. Um, I've seen your interviews for ages, and then I was gonna. Obviously, you messaged me. I was like, oh, I think because I came off. I used to see you a lot more on Facebook, and I'm not really on Facebook now.
Okay. I
So,
see.
yeah. And now I'm on Instagram. Um, you messaged me on there, so that was good. I've only just joined Instagram. I've only been in there for about 3 months.
Wow, amazing. So tell me, how was your day today?
Day to day, what was I doing today? Been to the gym, cleaning my apartment, and editing films.
Wow. So tell me, what was the highlight of your weekend just finished now?
I'm a weekend. I've been to London. I've just come back from London
Hmm.
because I'm an adult content creator,
Yeah.
and I was in London Wednesday to Saturday night, and I was doing interviews because I've got my own YouTube channel as well,
Yeah.
Mates and Cross Line. So I interviewed predominantly other content creators, but not always. I've interviewed. In fact, I was going to ask you actually if you'd like to come on my podcast, my interview one day. And that was my question actually. So yeah, so that's we'll do that at the end. I'll get your answer at the end, but so that'll be great. And yeah, I've been filming scenes, spicy content for my OnlyFans and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been. People say it's easy. It's not.
So tell me, where are you from, Mason?
I'm from Birmingham in the UK.
Born and raised?
No, I was born in Devon, which is southwest England,
Hmm.
on a farm with my family, and I'm 38 now, and I moved up to Birmingham when I was 22. So I've lived on my own for 16 years.
Wow. And why the
Very,
change from
very
Denver?
independent. It's totally different from Devon. Yeah, yeah, it's very different life.
And why the change from Denver to Birmingham?
Because it's always you always in life you always want what you haven't got, isn't it? It's always if you've got black hair you want blonde hair, if you've got blue eyes you want green eyes, and I think because I'd lived that life in that very quiet, secluded countryside life, I wanted to see more of the world a little bit more. I think when you get a bit older, you want to. There's more opportunities up here as well. Let's say that because I've had good jobs in the past, and the jobs aren't down in Devon as much. A lot of seasonal work, and you can't live. There are some good jobs down there, but yeah, I just wanted to get away
What's
and discover myself.
what's the biggest joy of waking up in Birmingham every morning?
What's the joy of waking up? The joy of waking up in Birmingham. The joy of waking up in Birmingham, to be honest with me, is I can wake up and feel it's home
Right?
because I think when you've grown up somewhere and you live somewhere and you always think, oh, if I move away, is it going to be home? It's going to feel like home. And it does. It's always felt like home. And it doesn't matter where I go in the world. When I come back, I'm like, I'm home now. So it's just
Uh-huh.
nice having that settled feeling and waking up and thinking, oh, I'm at home.
Amazing. Right. So let's start the career. The career. So let's start the interview. Talk about your career as an adult content creator. So tell me how everything started when the opportunity came along.
When did it start? Right. Okay. So I started getting into the adult industry in end of September, October last year.
Okay.
And that was a bit of a dark story, unfortunately. Sorry, but unfortunately, I was a drug addict. I was an addict. Well, I still am an addict. Really, you never get over it. I was addicted to crystal meth for 4 years,
Well,
and and it got really bad, very very bad. I caught sepsis. I was hospitalised, and it never still didn't stop me. And it came to August last year, and I just thought, right, I've had enough. I cannot do this anymore. I cannot feel like this. I feel tired. Nothing's being done. Everything's bare minimum. You don't live life properly.
well,
And I thought, right, what am I doing? What am I going to do with my life? I had a business. I had my own business. I had a cleaning company. I had 10 staff, and I got rid of the business and I decided to go into adult content creation, which is a bloody big big change, but it's the change that it's weird because when I was an addict, I hope we can discuss this kind of thing, but I'm going to be honest. I never had sober sex for 4 years.
Mhm.
So it's called chemsex. And I thought, well, I want to go into adult content creation sober. I don't want to be, because I always put sex and drugs together.
Right.
So I hadn't had sober sex. So getting into adult content creation has retrained my brain to make me realize I can have sober sex again and enjoy it. And I can make a business out of it and a living out of it. And it's kept me sober because when you come off a drug, especially something as harsh as crystal meth, you need something to focus your mind on.
Right.
Because if you there's a dopamine hit, there's something missing. And I always say I was an amazing addict and now an amazing content creator. I've put all that passion into being an addict because I mean I was on the every day, not every day, but sometimes 5 days on a session, no sleep, no food, and it really took over my life. So I thought, if I'm going to do this, come off the drugs, I need something to focus on. So I've literally put everything into that and I've focused on that. So I would say to anybody coming off drugs, any drug, try and have something to focus on, really.
Wow.
But it was a big risk because, to be fair, it could have gone the other way because of obviously the fact that it was my job involved sex, and obviously I'd never had sex for 4 years unless it was under the influence of drugs. It was kind of like, oh, okay. But all the content creators I've worked with have been amazing. And in fact, a lot of content creators have also had their journeys as well. They find sobriety through this.
It's amazing. Thanks for sharing, Mason. I think very inspiring, and you said something very important, interesting, important as well. I think when you are going through some difficult times, you need to find something to get you out of it, for you to focus, for you to see the light somewhere. And I think it's amazing. So thanks for being so open and talk about that. Amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mason, before the interview, or start the interview, I always ask my guests on the show to bring something that means a lot to them. So it could be a picture, an object, a gift, could be anything. Is there anything you could share?
Yes, I've got it here. I can't light it up. So unfortunately, it was about a year ago. I've just reached the anniversary. I had my own little dog for 10 years, and unfortunately, he passed away last year. And my lovely friend Linda got me this lovely thing.
Oh
so
my God.
it says on it, you feel, I can't remember what it says. You left paw prints on my heart forever. And his name was Hector. Hector, 2015 to 2025.
Oh
Now,
my God.
it comes with a cable and it lights up. So I put it next to his ashes.
That's sweet. Oh my God. That's beautiful. So meaningful gift. Oh my God. Look at him. I can see him now. Oh my God. It's so cute.
Yeah, bless him. Yeah, he's a lovely dog. He was like a little human, honestly. And when I was working in that, he always came to work with me, and he was, when you live on your own, you have that somebody, and it was hard. So yeah, that's my little thing. Thanks to Linda, one of my dear friends. She gave me that, and I've got a key ring as well, and his ashes. So.
Oh, sweet. Thanks for sharing.
That's okay.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, let's do it.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, before we start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about or you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay, I don't think I'll do that. Unless I can't think of an answer, but there's nothing I'll dodge. I'll try and be as honest as I can.
Amazing. First question is, what's the best advice have you ever given to someone?
Well, obviously, addiction, that we can talk about that. I have done lots of podcasts lately where can I mention another one? Someone I did who actually was really good. There's a guy on the internet YouTube, Insta, TikTok, I think. He's called Dr. Dallas Bragg, and he's based in. Do you know him?
No, no, no.
Oh, so he's based in the US, and he is a recovery coach from people who were taking the substances I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I met up with him. We spoke and we had a conversation, and he really helped me through my journey of addiction. Anyway, so I went on and did a podcast with him, and I've done other podcasts about how I overcame addiction and getting into adult content creation. And I would say the best advice I've given is I've had people reach out to me about what they can do, how they can overcome addiction. And everybody's journey is going to be different. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's triggers are different. But it was a specific thing, and I was just telling her it was actually a sister of a it was a sister of a brother who contacted me, who was worried about her brother, and I ended up speaking to him, and we've had a chat, and he's on his way to sobriety. It's still a long, long way to go, but from her reaching out, my advice about look, explained everything. I told her for him to reach out to me. He reached out, and I just explained to him, I just explained to him, look, it's hard, it's not going to be easy. I explained that try and find something to focus on, try and stay away from the people that trigger that wanting to use. Change your phone number, change your phone, go away for a bit, go away from the area where you live, where you might be triggered. Funny enough, he had some he was up in the north. Had some friends down who were sober. He had some friends down in the south, and he took my advice and he went down and stayed for them, which I did when I was getting sober. I went away for a month with my family in Devon. He went away for a month and stayed with them for a month, and he told me afterwards it really helped because it got away from the familiarities it was used to using. The
Wow.
people, the area, the everything. So yeah.
What's the biggest joy of being Mason? What do you like the most about being you?
About being me,
Yeah.
building this new journey I'm on, and seeing where it goes. Mason Cross is a character, obviously. Mason Cross is not a character because I'm still myself when I do my scenes and stuff. But building this brand, I'm not going to lie, I see it as a brand, and the YouTube channel, and I've got lots of going on, and it's exciting. My YouTube channel, interviewing different people, working with people. So I'm just seeing where it goes, and I'm very fortunate to be in that position where I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the future holds, but I'm very positive and very excited about it. So I'm blessed to. And do you know what? What was the question again? What is the best thing about being Mason? I'll tell you what the best thing about being Mason is: sober.
Wow, beautiful answer. I love it. I got goosebumps saying that. It's
About the
beautiful.
other stuff as well, but yeah, sober. That's staying
Oh,
sober. Yeah.
wow,
When I
beautiful.
say sober, I still have a drink and stuff, but I'm not. But it's the drugs, and then getting off that. So that was. But yeah, so I called it sober. Yeah, I mean, compared to what I was like, definitely.
Amazing. Next question, let's do it.
I can't even hear the music.
Yes, you can always dance with me. Amazing.
I can't hear it.
It's okay. Just pretend you're
I am
listening.
pretend. I'm doing this.
Next question is, which question you don't have an answer for?
Yes. I don't know. It's something I could look up, but I've never looked up. There were two actually. Funny, it's weird you've asked me that because both of these questions came up in the last 3 weeks. Do you want both of them or just one of them?
You can share both.
First one is I was talking to a friend about it's Goosebumps, and we were talking about singers because I interviewed recently a singer songwriter, and we were talking about who we like and all we give, and we both said I don't know if you've heard of this singer, you probably have, Karen Carpenter.
Right, yes.
Karen Carpenter, the Carpenters. I'm a massive, massive fan of the Carpenters, massive fan of Karen Carpenter. Been listening to her forever and a day since I was younger. And she still, when I hear her voice is amazing. Her voice still gives me goosebumps now. And I don't know. And the question is to that, Why do we have? And I don't know if you know, or leave in the
No,
comments box why. I mean, I could probably ask ChatGPT or look on Google. I don't know, but it's something I haven't done, and it's something I still genuinely don't know.
I love your answer. Actually, I never stopped to think about as well. You're so right. I never kind of, try to understand why we have goosebumps. I'm sure it's about our feelings, the reaction of our body, but I don't understand as well. Good answer. And the other one?
And the other one, which you probably won't even know what I'm on about because you don't come from a farming background. So bear with me. We live on a farm. This has just happened on our farm, but we come from a farm and we live 30 miles from the nearest seaside. Now,
Uh-huh.
when you plough a field, doesn't matter how far inland you are, use we're our family farm as example. Never, ever, ever see a seagull. Ever see a seagull. Once a field starts being ploughed, seagulls come in. Now, they're 30 miles away. How the hell do they know a field 30 miles away is being ploughed?
Wow, interesting. You see? I
Mm,
don't,
so,
I don't, I couldn't answer that as well.
see, and then some people who aren't are ploughing, I explain, some people, I know that people aren't thick, but
Actually, tell
people,
me about plowing. Actually, I'd like to understand a little bit more about it.
so the
Plowing.
ploughing of the field. So you use a tractor to these
Ah,
machinery to plough up the field to get all
I
the, so when you're going to
see.
sow seeds or
I see. I
yeah.
get it.
But
I get it.
I think it's something to do with the worms, which obviously is like an open buffet for seagulls. But it's how they know from all those miles away, because we've never. And the reason I asked that question is because when I went down to Devon a month ago, we were ploughing the fields,
Uh-huh.
and lo and behold, the seagulls came in. And we've never, ever, ever, because we've never been a ploughing type of farm. We always just kept the land for the animals. But then there's a couple of fields we were ploughing because we wanted to resow it and replant the grass and stuff. And lo and behold, within 45 minutes to an hour, seagulls were coming in. We never ever see a seagull. So I don't know
Wow.
how they know from all those miles away where I found. I know I think they do it because of the worms and stuff. But
Could be.
how do they know? That's my question. And I still don't know the answer to that. And I still don't know the answer about the goosebumps.
What's the meaning of life for you when you think about life?
The meaning of life,
Yeah.
I think finding, so cheesing it, but everyone says this, but it's finding contentment and finding happiness and finding peace, really. And just
Mhm.
trying to, yeah. I think as you get older, you don't want stress. You don't, everyone's going to get stressed, but you try and live life and just, life chucks curveballs at you. Try and make it as peaceful and happy as you can. Find something you like doing and do that. And don't, and as long as you're not hurting anybody,
Totally.
try and not listen to the other voices as well.
Next question. Let's do it.
Love it.
Right, before the next question, I'm going to ask two questions in one. So the first part of the question is, what do you like the most about work in the adult content creation? And also the other part is, when I was checking your profile, I could see that, I haven't seen your page like inside, but I've seen some promotions in your Instagram that you promote with men, with women. So my question is, do you collaborate with both, or do you collaborate mainly with men? If you can share that, and also
Yeah.
what do you like the most about it?
What I like most about what I'm doing now is you're your own boss. So I ran my own business before this, so it's not going back to having someone tell you what to do. So you're self-employed in a way. So you get a lot of freedom, and also you get a lot of it's your little baby, it's your little thing. So obviously, what I do as Mason Cross comes down to me. I've got no one pulling the strings. I've got nobody telling me to do this. I've got no one telling me to do that. So if I make a mistake, I've got to sit there and own it. And if something goes well, like yes. If something goes wrong, oh, you work from it. So the best thing about it is being your own boss and having that freedom and having that being able to be what's the word, creative.
Okay.
um do I work with men and women? Yes, I do. This is one of the all the hate I got online because I did a podcast where I mentioned that I was bisexual. Although I prefer men, I'm bi, so I still go with women, blah blah blah. Wait for it. Oh god. Oh, you can't be bi or you're not bi, blah blah. Yes, I am. Well, I'm more gay. Oh, God, I can't believe. So I'm more gay. It sounds mad, doesn't it? I do like women as well. I like men and women, but I prefer going with men sexually.
Okay.
But I enjoy. But yes, I do adult content creation with men and with women,
Wow.
and I enjoy it. And I mean, I've only had one or two bad collaborations. Um, no, I think I've had one bad collab out of nearly 100, so that's not bad.
I see. Okay. Cool. Next question for you is, what's your funniest memory of your time at school?
Fondest.
Funniest.
Oh, funniest. Oh God.
Like
Um,
school growing up?
did what?
Did you like school growing up?
No. I tell you what, the funniest thing about it was slash being in school, not being in school. I tell you what, but it's still school based. I didn't like school. I left school with no GCSEs. I'm no problem like that. People will be like, now that's why you're doing what you're doing. It's not. I was a housing manager. I ran my own business. That's by the by. But I hated school. I was living on obviously we grew up on a farm. I was horse riding. I've always been a bit of a wheeler dealer. I used to buy and sell horses. I used to have a dealer, a horse dealer. I used to buy horses off him for a price, and we used to be on a sell. It was called sell or return. So I'd have the he was selling horses, and I'd say, like, give me. He'd always deliver a horse to me or a pony to me, and he said, you've got a month to sell it. He said, you owe me £600 for it, and then I'd go on and sell it for about 1200 and stuff. And that's what I used to do. And I used to go to the horse markets and things like that.
Wow.
And they were all during the week, and I was at school. And we had the truancy officer turn up at my house once, and I wasn't there because I was at this horse thing. And yeah, so my mum and dad, especially my dad, my dad worked on the farm, and my mum went out to work in Sainsbury's. She worked there for years. She still works, but she doesn't work there anymore. And she was always at home. She was always at work when the post used to come. So the post used to come, and we always used to have letters from the truancy officer from the school. My attendance was bad, blah blah blah. And my dad used to just chuck them in the fire, put them in the fire. So my mum never even knew what was going on.
Oh,
That was my fun experience, not being at school, hiding from the truancy officer. That was my thing. It's naughty, really, isn't it? But hey,
it's okay. Tell me a person in your life right now that's when you're feeling the greatest or when you're feeling the lowest for some reason, you feel melancholic, the same person comes to your mind for you to share the news. Sometimes, you just feel like, I need to like talk to someone at the same time, feel like, oh my God, I'm so happy, I need to share that. So tell me a person that comes to
yeah,
your
my best friend Max. Max is someone who's been in my life for a very. I've got close friends that watch this. Don't think but Max has been in my life for a very long time, and I love him dearly, and we're very very good friends. And he's actually moved away now. He's actually moved to Australia,
Wow.
and although he's moved there, we still speak to each other most days, and we FaceTime or WhatsApp or message or something. But yeah, I think he's going to be. Obviously, I've got other friends, Tiny Rich, Jag, um, Caesar, and that, and they'll all be in my life. But I think with Max as well, he's probably been the one that's been there the longest, and we've seen each other through very very dark times.
Okay, so Max is watching this interview right now and have a moment, an opportunity to send him a message. What would you say? He's watching.
What would I say to him?
Yeah, he's watching now.
I can't. Oh, what would I say to him now? If I
Yeah,
if
he's
what?
watching. He's
Oh well,
watching.
I can't really say what I wanted to say. No, I would. But he knows I love him. He knows I love him. Max, I love you. You've helped me through dark times. You've been an amazing friend, and you're a you know what.
Sweet, very sweet. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Next question for you is, what's the worst first date you ever been on?
Okay, so the funniest one I would say is when I've drink loads, and rum really goes to my head and really turns me a bit weird. We went this day. It was all going lovely. I don't remember much about it after the. Apparently, we left the bar, and I lived 10 minutes away from the bar, and I ran all the way home screaming that he was attacking me, and it was a pouring rain, and he chased me all the way home, and he still ended up in bed with me, and we woke up in the morning. He told me the next morning what had happened.
Oh my God! It still slept with you.
And it's still there, so he still came round. But that was rum. That was. I was like, he's attacking me. No one ever bloody stopped to help me anyway. They're probably more scared of me running around screaming.
Oh,
Uh,
so
Another
fun.
one. Yeah, there's a couple. There's one. We went on a couple of dates, and the first date or just a date. Yeah.
A date one. Yeah.
God. I've seen this guy. Turns out this guy was seeing. He was seeing me and my friend Jag at the same time. But what gave me a little bit of comfort was the fact that we had this date and it was getting on the third date now. So I thought, oh, we could maybe do something a little bit fruity, you know? And started kissing him and went downstairs, and it stank.
Oh no!
Stale, really stale, stale
Ooh.
pee pee. And I had to really style it out. So I was like, damn, I was like, oh, I was like, do you know what? Let's maybe give it a couple more dates, see how we go. Oh,
Oh dear. It was
sorry.
at least the thing was like visible and nice or not?
Was what nice?
The thing, was kind of when you it
It didn't
didn't.
look the best either down there.
Okay, okay.
It didn't even look so. Not even this. None of my senses were aroused. The sight wasn't looking. The sight wasn't the best. The smell wasn't the great. I was like, I've only got my
Oh,
hearing
right.
left, so I don't know what else to do. So there was that one, and I actually want to give you another one, and this is actually quite sad. This is actually quite a dark thing, but I want to be honest. I actually wanted to apologise to somebody. Um, can I say a name? Just say a first
No,
name.
no,
Oh, I
don't
can't.
say
I
my
can't
name.
say a first name. I want it. If he's watching, he'll know. It was on the tail end of my addiction,
Okay,
and I thought I had everything in control, and I thought I can do this, and blah blah blah. And I met this lovely lad, and he'd been doing my Botox and stuff for some time. It would always been a bit of a flirt there, and we decided to meet up. And he came round, and I said, "Look," I said, "we'll have a few drinks." I said, "Come round, leave your car outside." Anyway, we'd had a few drinks. At the time, I couldn't. If I drank, I wanted to use.
right,
So I'd been drinking. So what did I want to do? I wanted to use. So I was in and out of the bathroom using. And I just turned, my head turned, and I said to him, "You got to go." He was like, "What?" I was like, you got to just go." He was like, "But I thought I'd get you an Uber, come back in the morning, get your car," because I wanted to be around people in the same wavelength as me, if you know what I
right.
mean. Hi. And that's awful because that's awful for him, and I treated him like that. And do you know what? I still haven't spoken to him from that day. And I hope
Okay,
if he watches this, he'll know who he is. And I will be reaching out. I think I did reach out at one point. I think he blocked me, and I don't bloody blame him because the way I treated him was awful. And it wasn't, it was my fault because I did it. But it was the drugs, and I've never really had time to tell him what the issue was and why it happened. But he didn't
totally.
deserve that. He didn't. Unfortunately, I should never have entertained it really because I wasn't in the right frame of mind to be dating people and meeting people in that way because when you're like that, the drugs come first.
Okay, so now you have the opportunity to apologize now without saying his name.
Oh, I think what I've just said. Say it. If you're watching, um, I genuinely am sorry for the bottom of my heart. What I did was wrong, um, but I was in the thick of addiction. I wasn't thinking straight. You didn't deserve that, and I hope you find happiness. And I hope you and me can maybe. But then again, he's not going to want to get with me now doing what I do for work. See, but no. So if you're listening, I think the answer in there gave the apology. But I am very sorry, and
Oh,
I've done a lot of things during my addiction that I've got to live with, and it's you've got to work through them and stuff. You do bad things and say bad things. You hurt people when you're an addict because you're lying and you trying to mask, you're trying to hide things and stuff, and you don't want people catching on that you're this massive addict really. So
wow.
when you're an addict, you do stuff that you're ashamed of, and I've got to live with that, but that wasn't me. This is me now, sober, clean, and genuine.
Sweet, very sweet.
This is becoming a bit of a counselling session, isn't it?
See, it's the magic box. The magic box brings all
It
this.
does. It
Yeah,
does. It does it in a way. It's making my.
thank you.
This is probably one of the. This is funny because different podcasts I've done. Seems to be the one where it's making my head go in ways I wasn't expecting this from this
Wow.
show, but it's
I
good in a good way.
thanks for saying that, Maze. It means a lot to me, and I think the format of the show, the questions, the whole thing makes people comfortable. They feel safe. They feel they can be themselves, and I appreciate you to be so open and also to talk
Mm.
about that. It's not just about that. It's about helping others. People watch this interview. They might be, maybe face a situation that you need in the past and see someone talking so open about it, and you are in a better place now. And I think it's inspiring and very,
Can I just say, if people are watching this
yeah,
and they'll have my Instagram or whatever from this thing, can you
totally.
please feel free? And I mean this. I might
Hmm.
not be able to help much, but I might be able to put you in the right direction. Please just reach out, and if you've got any questions about what we've discussed, just reach out to me. If I can help in any way, I will. And I mean that because I've helped other people, even just a phone call or a message. But it just helps hearing another person who's lived it.
Totally. Two questions left. Let's do it.
Ooh, I can't do that.
Okay, before the next question, tell me three names, that you'd love to work one day, that, as a content creator. They maybe they don't need to be in the same fields as well, but three names that for you went like, you know what, I'd love to work with them one day, to collaborate. Three names.
um, I'm shit at names, and I want to say
It's
I'd
okay.
love to work with. There's a studio I'd love to work with called Falcon Studios. I'd love to work with them one day. They're based in America, I think. Would love to do that. Um, Braxton Cruz is one of them. I think that's we've messaged, and he's in America. He's in Australia or America. He's coming over to the UK. I think we're going to be working together at some point. And my name. Sorry, mate. I can't remember the other name.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put this question a different way just for you to be more enjoyable. Okay, so before the next question, let's do a little game. So tell me the very first time that you did a collaboration for your content, like the very first one, yeah, that for you. Tell me, like briefly about the feeling. The second part of the question is tell me the one that maybe not that you like the most, but was a connection, was everything, was somehow, what I mean, the collaboration went in a way that you're even not expecting how good it was. And the last part of the question between those three is tell me something that maybe went wrong, something funny that happened that you're not expecting. So tell me those three occasions. The very first
So
one.
the very first one was a guy. I can't say his name. Can I say his name?
I
No.
mean, if he's in the industry as well, if he's okay about it, why not?
He's not a content creator. My very very first thing was called "Where's the Piggy," and he's based in the north of England. And I went to see him, and do you know what? He took time with me. It was the first time I've ever done one, and we spent a few hours together. And he was lovely, really, really nice. I've got a lot to thank him for. He was very kind, very patient. We did lots of scenes with each other. He helped me out. He showed me stuff. So I really, really appreciate it. I just want to say, actually, Wes, thank you very much for doing that because you really were very kind to me at the beginning.
Wow.
And because at the beginning, a lot of people necessarily aren't that keen on working with you because you're new and you haven't got a lot of numbers and people are a bit. But he was really, really nice. So I'll hats off to credit where credit's due. And if someone's good, I'll always tell them they're a good person. The second question
Yeah,
was.
something unexpected, a nice way that happened that you connected very well with this person.
Yes. Apart from one, which I'll come on to in a minute, I can honestly say pretty much ev- most collabs have been amazing.
Uh-huh.
They really have. I'm not just saying that.
Okay.
Everyone I've worked with, there's some people that are a bit, but that's them. There's probably people that have worked out there with me that don't like me or I'm too much or blah blah blah. There's loads of guys, but there was one guy in particular. He's called Danny Rio, and he's a content creator, so nothing's gonna. And we are very very good friends. In fact, we've never done. We were at a group session with each other, a group scene, And he's just one of those people straight from the get-go we got on with. And I don't know if we can ever work with each other in an intimate way, because all we have to do is look at each other and we start laughing. So it's just got that mate type of vibe. He's lovely, great looking guy. Would work with him, but whether or not we could get through a scene without pissing ourselves laughing, I don't know.
Next question is, what's something you always wanted to do but scared of?
This, what I'm doing.
Wow, why is
If
that?
I'm honest, because this wasn't a thing that was dreamt up overnight. This was something I'd thought about a long, long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 3, 4 years ago.
Wow,
And I think what was stopping me was worrying about what people would say, how they react, and it was simply that. I've
wow.
got nothing to hide now. Everybody knows, my family know, my friends know, so there's nothing to hide.
When you
And it's
wanted to
nice,
enter,
that feeling. Do you know what? It's bloody nice having that feeling, because
yeah,
when I first started, I got somebody message me on one of the platforms, and they think that there probably are people in my life that don't know what I'm doing.
right.
So this person was like, "Oh, I found your Instagram, blah blah blah. I wonder what your mum would say. I'm going to send it to your mum." I tell you what, I said, I've played them at their own game because no one's going to blackmail me. I said, do me a favor. I said, if you're going to send it to my mum, I said, give me an hour. I said, I'll send you all my family's Instagram names, so then you can tell them all at one time. I said, it will save me doing it. And they
Wow,
and they blocked me, and then they just left me alone.
I love your attitude. I think he deserved this attitude for him to know that, you know what I mean? I love that. Thanks for sharing. Amazing. Last question. Let's do it. Before the last question, as you mentioned, very open about, being in the industry not long ago. But so far, what has been the most challenging part for you to be in the industry?
um, Getting people to, oh no, because everyone's making people realize I'm not just in it for the fun.
Okay.
Making people realize I do see this as a business. So I know there have been some content creators who I've heard have said about me, "Oh, Mason Cross, he gets everywhere. He's doing this, he's doing that." Look, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, this isn't for shits and giggles. This is for a business. I run what I do as a business.
Mhm.
Um, why do I, I'm totally honest. Why do I do the interviews? I do the interviews for a few, my interviews for a few reasons. I do the one because I'm nosy. I like hearing about other people's stories.
Mhm.
Genuinely, I know a little bit about them beforehand, but I don't want to go into too much detail because I want that surprise factor as well. And people have said to me stuff, and I'm like, wow, okay. So I do it because I'm genuinely interested. I prefer interviewing than being interviewed. And I do it because it's a platform, and it's a way of other audiences seeing me like this. I agreed to come on to this because you're fans, and do you know what I mean? So people are like, "Oh,
Okay.
who's it? Mason Cross." That's how it works. It's a business. So it's just going back to your question, what's the hardest thing? Making people realize, yeah, kind of like, yeah, I am in it for the long haul, and I'm in it, and I'm serious, and I'm dedicated, and I'm running this as a business, and I'm serious about it. Making, because a lot of people are very flaky about what they do, and then they're not really into it for the long haul. They're not, it's more of a hobby. This is a business. I want to be treated and respected in the industry. So it's getting that people to realize I'm serious about what I'm doing.
Amazing. Very good. Last question for you is, what was the last message that you sent and the last message that you received on WhatsApp?
My dad had a car accident today. Actually, it wasn't
Oh,
too bad. It wasn't too bad. He was driving home from town, because where I lived, we lived 7 miles, and the track was on a country road, a tractor, and they think he's wiped his they think he's wrote his car off. So I only got that message about 50 minutes before coming on here. But he's
oh my,
okay. I spoke to him and he's fine.
That was the last time you received. And the last one that you sent to someone, not to your dad, but you sent. The last one.
My mum, and we were just, what were you talking about? Oh, my mum and her partner, who is 70, and she
Oh,
was just telling me about when they're going away, because I need to make sure I've got his present and his card written, sent down in time before they go away in a week's time to France.
oh, so sweet. Oh, I love it. Amazing. Right, so not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind, okay? Quick thinking. One word for money.
Wealth,
Family.
happiness,
Fear.
scary,
Life.
challenging,
Love.
blessed,
Religion.
war,
One word for sex.
business,
You explained very well before. Politics.
fractured,
Friendship.
contentment,
Desire.
hungry,
Regret.
anxiety,
Success.
happiness.
One word for wish.
One word for wish. Hope.
One word for happiness.
Contentment again, I suppose.
Okay. One word for Denver.
For what?
Denver. Denver, where you were born in Denver?
Oh, Devon.
Yeah.
Denver. You said Denver, didn't you?
I did, yeah, sorry.
That's in America.
No, I said Denver, but I said Devon. Devon.
Oh, seven. Sorry, babe. Sorry.
No,
Devon.
but I said wrongly, actually. I said wrongly, but I wanted to say Devon. Yes.
Devon, beautiful. Scenic.
One word for Birmingham.
Cosmopolitan.
England, one word.
Bulldog.
One word for adult content creator.
From what?
Adult content creator, one word.
What's the word? It came to mind then. Artistic.
And the last one now, if you could define your podcast in one word, what that would be?
My podcast. Interesting.
Amazing. Let's pretend now we're going to go all the way to Australia to meet Max for a coffee.
Coffee. He loves coffee. In fact, he drinks too much coffee. I'm going to tell you now, Matt. Stop fucking drinking coffee.
Okay, I'm going to ask Max. During our coffee, I'm going to ask him, define Mason in one positive and one negative word only. What he would say about you?
Loyal. And what's the word? I can't think of the word. Self-doubting.
Okay. What's your star sign astrology, Mason?
Capricorn.
So you are December, January?
December 29th.
My sister is Capricorn as well. My first boyfriend is Capricorn as well. Interesting.
Do you want your second one to be Capricorn as well?
Oh, you never know. Stubborn, very stubborn. My sister is very stubborn. She, you know what I mean? When she wants something, she makes it happen.
Yeah. I'm a bit like that, yeah.
Let's play now Mason and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Before we ask the question, when people watch your podcast, what's something that you'd like people to take with them?
I like my podcast when I'm interviewing other people.
Yeah. What do you like people to take with them when they watch the interviews?
Well, so I do it for, I've been very lucky. This is the reason, this is another main reason I always tell everybody I interview why I do the podcast. I've given the other reasons and I stand by them, but one of the other reasons I really, really love doing, and this is why I do it, a main reason why I do it. I've been very lucky, only because I've got a story and I was an addict and I found sobriety through content creation. I've been very lucky where I've managed to go on other podcasts like this one and others. So I've been able to get myself out there. Some content creators don't get that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason I do the podcast, this is genuine. I want them to have the opportunity, and I think it's great for their fans to see the person in front of the camera rather than because they only see them. They haven't got that platform. Some of them where they go on. Some of them have, but some of them haven't. So I always say, look, this is a great. I always say to people at the interview, this is your interview. And it's like a conversation. It's like you, but the conversation, this, you haven't got papers there, right? All right, you've got your magic box, you need that, that's fair enough. But this is like a conversation almost. And I think that's really important. So what I want people to take away from it is knowing more about their I want their fans to know more about them. I want their fans to go away and think, "Oh, I didn't know about that about them," because they only know them in an OnlyFans or with their kit off. They don't know about that. So anything they want their fans to know, they can air and say what they want to say on my podcast, and then it's all over the Insta. We release it and it's all over Instagram. Then they can go there and watch on my YouTube channel their favorite adult content creator and see them raw and as they are as a person. And I think that's why I do it. Another reason why I do it.
I get your point, and it's so
Yeah.
interesting you're doing that because it's good for people to see the other side of their lives. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They are human being. I love it. I think it's amazing for you to be able to do that. It's great.
Thank you, mate.
You can ask me a question now.
Would you be a guest on my YouTube channel?
Oh my God, absolutely. I would be a guest in your YouTube channel for sure. However, I need to be ready for it. I need to be ready. I haven't done any other podcast before like this in person. I never done podcast in person. So I'm gonna get ready for you. And when I'm ready, for sure we're gonna do it. But I promise.
Perfect. That was my question. That's what I wanted to ask you. Bit of a small teaser because I asked you at the beginning, but I thought I should have waited. But yeah, that's my question. Would you come on my podcast? And you said
Absolutely.
yes, and I'm happy. And yeah, anytime. Obviously, we'll do it over the Zoom anyway.
Yeah.
If you want to do it face to face, we can, but we do it over Zoom like we do now. Perfect, not a problem.
I would love to do face to face because I've seen you doing face to face, and because I haven't done yet, I would love to do in person like you suggested. But I need to be ready, and I'll be ready because I've got other projects going on, and I will for sure sit down with you one day, and we're gonna have a chat as well, for sure.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Well, you live in London, don't you?
I do, yes. I live in London, yes. So it's
So I'll
easy.
come in. I can come if you can accommodate, or we'll meet at mine. I live in Birmingham, or we can get somewhere, or we can do something. But yeah, that'll be perfect. Just face to face is a nice. I haven't done any Zoom ones yet, but yeah, that'd be nice.
Are you inviting me for a collaboration? I'm joking.
Yes, both.
I'm joking. Love it.
Let's see how the interview goes, and then we can do a part two.
I'm very shy. I'm very shy, Mason. I'm very shy. I would love to be. Look, I'm blushing a little bit.
Oh, baby. Let's see you. Oh, yes, there you are. Oh, yes.
Did you enjoy the interview?
I loved it.
Thanks again. Thanks
loved it. Really, really did. I wasn't expecting it to go. I was expecting it to go well, but I felt, it was lovely. It really was. I think I touched on things I wasn't expecting to.
Thank you.
I think it's way the questions are, because I think sometimes you think, oh, just ask a question, answer it very quickly. But I feel like I've just done an hour in therapy, which is good.
Totally.
It's nice to let everything out and just.
I love it. And
I need to go and speak to Max and tell him that he's going to be live on the.
Appreciate you, Mason, to be so open about your journey. I believe that talking about it, open up, it's about helping others, and also it's about healing as well. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you to be so open. I love your personality. You're very, it could be another hour just talking about things that for sure it's fun, and I can see it's very natural. It's very genuine. You know what I mean? You put things out there. Keep going this way. I wish all the best for your podcast. I can't wait to be there one day. Yes. You know what I mean? I can't wait to be collaborate with you one day as well.
Mate, all you have to do is say the word.
You see, you playing with fire, and I'm firing back. Anyway, thanks again. Thanks for being so kind with that invitation. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or a quote or anything that you live by.
All I would say is going on about addiction, but I don't want to be the poster boy for addiction. But all I would say, if anybody out there is struggling, just go and speak to somebody, go and help. There is help out there. Don't suffer in silence. Go and speak to somebody you can find, whether it be a friend or a family member, and then look after that. then move on to someone professional that can help. Go and speak to a doctor. Go and speak LGBT. If you're within the LGBTQ plus community, there are counselling sessions, group sessions they hold for people with addiction problems, chemsex group sessions. There are counsellors, free. Go and speak to just reach out if you've got a problem, or not just addiction, mental health, feeling depressed, or go and speak to someone. Don't sit there in silence, because there is help out there, and there are people out there that can help.
And you just remember, you're not alone. There are always
No.
people there. You're never
No,
alone.
you've got me and you now. Everyone's got me and you, and also we'll be doing content soon, so you'll be able to watch that and enjoy that. So that's something else for you to enjoy.
Oh my God! I'll have the magic box with me, okay?
Yeah, but we have to use that as something.
Oh dear.
Thank you very much.
Thanks again. Regards to your dad, to your family, to your mom, and you keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Take care, and I'll see you soon.
Oh my God, scary.
Bye, mate. Take care.
God
bless you, mate. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.